So we are now seeing massive warnings for Dogecoin and crypto holders from two major countries. And in this video, I'm going to talk about what it means for Doge and others. But before I come to it, let's take a quick look at the overall crypto market. So at the time of recording this video, there is some positive momentum in the crypto market. And we can see here that there is a slight surge in the crypto market cap and the total trading volume during the last 24 hours. However, I'm afraid that we might not see a massive rally to the upside in the coming days because there are certain factors that may spread some negativity in the market. And this is why we are still seeing that the fear sentiment is prevailing in the crypto market. The crypto fear and greed index is still sitting at the 4-6 level, and it means that investors are still concerned about certain things. And I'm going to talk about these factors in this video, and I'll show you exactly what is happening and what is going to happen. So we are now seeing that the Canadian government has just invoked the Emergencies Act in a bid to restrict the flow of funds in cryptos to truck drivers protesting in the country. We know that the Freedom Convoy has been getting funded by cryptos, and this is why the Canadian government has invoked the Emergencies Act. And the important thing is that crowdfunding platforms and payment services providers linked to them, including crypto, must now register with FinTrack. And there are some speculations in the crypto community that the Emergency Act will impact cryptos and crypto payment providers in the coming days. And this is a major warning for cryptos because it is now expected that the government of Canada will make use of this act to conduct the seizure of cryptos like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Dogecoin. This is because it has been revealed that these three cryptos have been used to fund the truckers, and the government may now seize them. Moreover, since the government is going to halt the operations of crypto payment service providers, it can also have negative impacts on Dogecoin, Bitcoin, and Ethereum. And while some are thinking this is not a good thing for cryptos, many are saying that this move by the Canadian government is actually a good thing for cryptos. And we can see here that analyst Preston Pish thinks that things are starting to get spicy. And this move by the Canadian government is actually an advertisement for Bitcoin. And he is also saying that this incident shows us that Bitcoin means freedom. Meanwhile, El Salvador President Nayib Bukele is criticizing the Canadian authorities. And he tweeted that these are the people who like to give lessons to other countries about democracy and freedom. So what he is saying is that Bitcoin and other cryptos provide freedom, and Canada is trying to limit this freedom of people. All in all, I think that the Canadian government may soon realize its mistake, and things will get better in Canada and for the cryptos. And with that being said, let's come to Dogecoin's price. So despite this negative news coming from Canada, Dogecoin is currently showing some signs of a positive movement. And although this is not a significant upward movement, I'm excited to see Doge showing some positivity here. And the good thing is that it is now trading above its 20-day simple moving average and exponential moving average. And another good thing is that its RSI has been sitting in the neutral zone. And this means that Doge is not either overbought or oversold. And currently, there is no selling pressure on it. So these are some bullish signals coming from Doge. And this is why I'm still believing in Doge to move to the upside in the near future. And another important thing I want to show you is that Doge has been keeping about 52% of its holders in profit. And the best thing is that about 61% of its holders are large and long-term holders. So these are some other bullish indicators for Dogecoin, and I think they can provide some strength to its price in the coming days. In any case, I'd like to remind you here that this is no financial advice since I'm not a professional financial advisor. So it is recommended that you do your own research before investing in cryptos. And now we are seeing another warning for holders coming from India. So Rabbi Sankar, who serves as Deputy Governor at the Reserve Bank of India, has called for banning cryptos in India. He recently said that cryptos will wreak havoc on the country's financial system, and this is why he thinks that the most advisable choice is to ban cryptos. He even revealed that authorities have examined the arguments proffered by those advocating that cryptos should be regulated and found that none of them stand up to basic scrutiny. So it is now clear that the Central Bank of India doesn't want to regulate cryptos. However, I think this doesn't mean that crypto is going to be banned in India. This is because we know that the PM of India has previously called for global cooperation on regulating cryptos. So this means that he wants a broader crypto regulatory framework. And more importantly, it shows us that he is not backing the idea of banning cryptos. And now, let's come to Bitcoin's price for a minute. So Bitcoin is showing some positive momentum during the last 24 hours. However, it is still consolidating in the critical make or break zone around the 42K and 44K mark. So if Bitcoin wants to show some more strength and move above this range, bulls will first have to defend the 42K range. And another thing is that Bitcoin needs to move above the 43.8K range and then turn it into a support level. This is currently a critical resistance level. So if Bitcoin manages to turn into a support floor, then it will provide it with additional momentum. And this can help Bitcoin to go higher above the 45K range. Meanwhile, popular crypto analyst TechDev is currently looking bearish on Bitcoin. He has highlighted that Bitcoin has continued to reject off the 20-month moving average in a clear multi-year downtrend of lower highs and lower lows. And seeing this bearish pattern for Bitcoin, TechDev believes that another dump does not seem far away. However, I think this dump is not going to happen because there are still some bullish indicators for Bitcoin. For example, popular crypto analyst Nicholas Merton believes that Bitcoin is flashing signs of an upcoming rally and that Bitcoin bulls are set to overtake bears. And he has highlighted that Bitcoin is not in a bear market and that we shouldn't be fooled by its recent stagnant price action. In fact, Merton has predicted Bitcoin will reach an overall market cap of $4 trillion by late this year, putting its value at about $200K. And I'm excited for Bitcoin because analyst Plan B has just come up with a massive price prediction for Bitcoin. So Plan B still believes that Bitcoin will inevitably skyrocket to $100,000 or more, and he sees it happening by the end of 2023. And we can see here that the stock-to-flow model and the logarithmic regression model is indicating that Bitcoin is heading towards 100K by the end of next year. Now I know that Plan B's prediction failed last year, but I still believe that his new prediction can turn out to be right since he has made accurate predictions over the years. So let's wait and see how things unfold. And this is not it. Another price prediction for Bitcoin has come from Town Lee. So Town Lee has predicted that Bitcoin could hit the 200K mark thanks to a massive speculative capital that will be going to flow into Bitcoin in the future. Moreover, he believes that cryptos are interesting because every transaction is traceable, and they are much easier to manage and move around, and this makes them a viable payment option. And this is why he thinks that a lot of capital is going to come into cryptos, especially Bitcoin, and this will take its price to around 200K. And now let's come to Ethereum for a minute. So we are now seeing that Ethereum's price has started a fresh increase during the last 24 hours. And it has now managed to cross the 3K price level. And the good thing is that its MACD is now gaining momentum in the bullish zone. And this means that ETH can now manage to clear the next resistance level of 3.1K. And while we have been seeing that Ethereum has been consolidating in the past few weeks, the good thing is that the overall sentiment is still bullish for it. And things are looking bullish because the hash rate of ETH is increasing and therefore its long-term growth prospects appear to be unaffected. And another thing is that its network activity is also increasing due to the rising adoption of NFTs. So these things are very positive for Ethereum, and they are going to help it move to the upside sooner or later. And now, let's talk about some altcoins. So as per crypto analyst Credible, both XRP and HBAR are currently looking very bullish. He highlighted that both cryptos have recently formed bullish patterns on their price charts, and he has predicted that they are now ready for a major pullback. Meanwhile, some crypto whales are getting bullish on Shiba Inu, Ethereum, and Polkadot. And we are now seeing that Binance Smart Chain addresses have been involved in a buying spree as they are now buying more and more SHIB, ETH, and Polkadot tokens. And this means that whales are bullish on these coins. And I think this behavior of whales is going to help the prices of these coins to move up from here. And now if we come back to Dogecoin, things have started to look good for it. While we should still keep an eye on this Canadian situation, I still think that there is nothing to be worried about. And I'm still expecting some positive moves from Doge over the long term. In any case, what are your thoughts on this? Do you think Dogecoin is going to rebound from here? Let me know in the comment section below.